Hi everybody, happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us today. This is Michelle Salcho, and I wanted to talk to you today about memory keeping or scrapbooking, whatever you call it. It's about preserving those memories. My niece has been a tremendous help over the last few months, watching my granddaughter in the afternoons while I finish up work and sometimes work on some Stampin' Up! Stuff as well. And she is moving to New York sometime in the end of this week. So let me make sure that we are. So I had the idea of making an album for her of just the different things that have happened over these last few months, and let her know how much we've appreciated this time with her, and let her know what a big help that she's been. So today, that's what I've been working on. Get my hair, it's all over the place. So I want to show you a few other things too, though. So last week was my birthday, and I got some pretty awesome cards, and I thought I would share a few with you. So this one, let me see this, isn't this sweet? So this was from my friend Lind. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, dadgum, did I forget? Oh, there's one more downstairs I left. Shoot, I'll have to show it another time. So this one is from Tyler. Isn't that awesome? And then this one from my in-laws. And then this one from my friend Beth. And her first grandbaby was born just in the last few days. Missed my birthday. I was really counting on her being born on my birthday. But congratulations, Beth. That's very exciting. Then my aunt and uncle sent me a lovely card. And then this one is from my parents. And I don't know if you noticed, what caught my eye is the watercolor effects on it. Made me think of our pigment sprinkles. Okay, sorry. My hair is everywhere. And I love that. So you might remember that this month starts a 3-month series on working with the pigment sprinkles. Something like this that's painted, and then some of the other backgrounds that I've shown you already as well. So that will be on, I believe it's the third Tuesday of August, September, and October. Very excited about that. And this card my husband and my 11-year-old made for me. And so my husband asked if I had one that was pretty much ready to go, stamp on it, put it together, and be done. So I gave him this one and showed him the sample to work from. Now, when I asked my son what he thought of this, he didn't think there was enough creativity, that it was too done for him. And so I thought that was pretty cool, actually, that he enjoyed making the choices himself, because that's typically what we do when we make cards together, is that I'll ask him some things about the colors that he's interested in, or I work with him to kind of put the pieces together based on what he has in mind, whereas this time I kind of brought one that we were already working on. So, but that was pretty cool for them to do. I have been working on Christmas cards just a little bit today too, because the holiday catalog pre-order period began on Friday. I think it was Friday. And Thursday. It was Thursday. And so my pre-order is going to arrive tomorrow with lots and lots of goodies. It was very, very hard to avoid the temptation of the Christmas and the holiday and the fall and the Halloween products. They're very, very luring. But I do a Christmas card class on one Saturday each month. And so you make four designs. Thank you, Carol. 2 cards of each, one to keep and one to share. So if you're looking to make Christmas cards, this is a great opportunity to stock up, because we go almost year round. Not quite. But I bought this stamp set just to make this card. So my friend Andrea Tucker made this card, and I absolutely loved it. And I bought this stamp set entirely to make this card. So this is one of our cards for our Christmas card class in August. And I'm super excited about it, but just a word to the wise, it will go faster now that I've put all the pieces together, because I went from Andrea's picture. I didn't have her instructions to work from. But now that I figured it out, it'll go a little faster. But it was still a little more than beginner level. So I have another card that I put together that is I cased from Mary Fish. Mary Fish does beautiful, beautiful work, clean lines, and I don't know. But anyway, so here it is. What do you think? I'm waiting for something from the box tomorrow to finish up this card, and I do not want to get that close to the camera again. Jeez, that was scary. So those are two of the designs for our Christmas class, and that's as far as I've gotten so far with the classes for August. So, but I needed to get this done because Savannah leaves this week, and I don't think she's watching. If she is, that's okay. We're not going to show her enough that it's going to make a huge difference. But let me see if I can switch the camera, and this is always a struggle, but let's see how I do. That is not what I want you seeing. So okay, I think that has it. So, I mentioned a little bit about when I said that this card was beyond beginner. I really want to do some simple stamping, beginner level stamping, and so I am working on a Facebook video series to show some simple stamping and talk about where to begin. I'm getting clear with my post-it notes as well. So the extra promotion is extended. It continues through August. It's a heck of a deal. It's really a great deal. I've had 3 people that have taken advantage of this so far, and I think there are a few others that I know about, and maybe even some that I don't know about yet, and that's amazing. This is the best deal going. It's always the best deal, but during these special times, these special incentives, it's amazing. September 12th to the 15th is our next retreat. We have 5 spots available. Early bird registration ends tomorrow. So get your deposit in. It's $110 deposit, $220 for the weekend. And the weekend is September 12th to the 15th. Now, I wanted to zoom in, and I'm not seeing an opportunity to do that. Okay, so we're a little farther away than I had hoped, but and it's dark. We just had a thunderstorm roll in, so it got really dark, and it's pouring down rain. Memory keeping means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Some of us, it's that very traditional scrapbook with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and maybe it's just a single photo inside, or much more. And I just realized there were 2 very important things I wanted from downstairs. One is my album. I've taken it downstairs, and the other is the card I got from Sally that is too cute. So I'll have to post some photos in the comments of my large family album, because I do a hybrid form of scrapbooking. I do some digital, and I do some pocket pages, and sometimes, and I mix them up together in my album. So far for Savannah's album, it's all pocket pages, but I brought in scrapbooking with it, right? So, or stamping. I brought in stamping with it, sorry. So I'm working on a 6x6 album for her, and I have a variety of 6x6 pocket pages here. Not all of them are the current availability. We don't carry these small squares anymore, but they were pages that I had, and I just thought I would use what I had on hand and create her an album and then maybe even do some blank pages that she can slide photos in as she records her memories in New York. So this, I think, is the title page. And I brought in some paper from the Sia Silhouette Designer Series paper. I've used some black glimmer paper for the letters NYC, and then I black embossed this little girl and the greeting, the sentiment that says, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams." And I love this. Going to New York is definitely Savannah's dream, and we're so excited for her to be achieving that. So this is one way to do it. Do some stamping and insert something in a pocket like this. On the bottom, I have a photo of our family. I don't know if this was Mother's Day. I don't think it was. I don't know if it was Mother's Day or might have been Father's Day. But anyway, this is Savannah here, and her dad, my brother, and my mom, and her sister. And then these are my older children, Marshall and Hattie, my grandbaby Hazel, and my husband. And where's my 11-year-old? Well, he's not in that photo. So anyway, I thought this was a pretty cool way to start off the album with just a reminder, just a here, go towards your dreams, but don't forget the memories that we have here. So the first thing I do is I go through the photos on my iPad and I flag them as favorites, and then I come back and I print them. I have a little Canon selfie that I print to, and that allows me to do things like this. I use the Canon selfie in Project Life, the app, to bring in 2 3x4 photos, print it on a 4x6 page, cut it in half, and then I've got two pockets ready to go. And I love this. This is almost black and white with Savannah's grandmother in this lovely pink. I just think that's awesome. So this is Savannah's mom, Savannah's stepdad, Howard, his daughter, Carson, my niece, Mallory, and then Holly's mother, Linda. And then, Hazel and Hattie on the other side of this. Then I also print, 4x6 photos. So I just printed a variety of photos, and I even did some, I know I did some of those little squares. I've just lost them for a moment. So a lot of 3x4s. Yeah, here's some of the squares. So this from the 4th of July is just precious. I really wanted to do a lot of journaling. So brownies, chocolate's we're pretty serious about our chocolate, and so I'll have to have brownies on hand this week while Savannah's here. Savannah, this is from one afternoon when Savannah was watching Hazel. The 4th of July, Hazel has the tie around her neck, a little pocket book that our friend Rosemary gave her, and her pacifier, which makes her still look like a baby when so many other times she looks so grown up. And then this is Hardin on a school field trip last spring. So anyway, so what I would do next is probably cut up some of the photos. So here's another one of the little squares. So I'm going to cut these up and then use them on the pages that have the squares, the little squares. So I have this one that has 3 across the top and the bottom, and then a large area in the center, right? And then I have some pockets that are just 3x4 and some that are just 4x6, and even some, I thought I just had my hand on it, that are totally these little squares. Anytime there's an empty square, that's a great place to journal. So when a few weeks ago, my family went to Nashville Shores here in Nashville, oddly enough, and they rented a cabin and stayed a couple of nights. And this photo is from that trip. We don't have a lot of photos from that trip because they didn't take their their phones to the beach, and because they didn't want them to get wet, right? So I just put these down in my trimmer and then just trim them up. I use colored cardstock to make mats for the photos or the journal cards. Are you familiar with our Memories and More card packs? They have, let's see, we have Come Sail Away right now, as well as a Magnolia Lane pack that I save the ones that retire and use them in my scrapbooks. And that's what I've set out for Savannah's. Savannah likes black and white and granny apple green. She's a very trendy girl. And so I have some packs from that. I can't think of the name of it. Is that this one? This one is Petal Passion that I have taken a few things from. And then I have this one is called Perfect Days, and it has a lot of black and white in it and some overlays. So I've got this hello overlay to use, and I've got it together. Just a lot of fun things. So some of these photos that were taken from their trip on Nashville Shores, I thought I would probably insert the little squares. Coolly, I'm going to have to trim Natalie up just a little bit here. I do not currently have a live in-person crop or class for memory keeping, but I would really like to do that. I talked with Darlene not too long ago about helping me get something like that started, and then I've met a friend, Jeannie, who has a similar interest, and so I think that there are enough people now in my circle that maybe we can get something like that going. Alright, so because they don't have a lot of photos from that weekend, my plan is really to use a large journaling box here in the middle. So the Memories and More kits have 3x4 cards, overlays, and this is by no means a complete kit in here. There are some stickers. It might be fun to use that. Have fun. Together is a good place to be. That would make a great mat. And now, so I have cut a lot of things out of these. I don't know if I'm going to have a journal box in here. I may have to create one from cardstock. So we could use One Happy Day. Okay, so that's a contender, One Happy Day. It won't be the day of the picture, the day that Hazel was in that photo. She was not happy. She had not slept well. And I love that photo because it just is such a memory of some of the challenges that they had there. They were in two different cabins. It's a bit of a walk between the cabins. And Hazel wasn't too sure about sleeping somewhere that she wasn't familiar with. Look at these laser cuts. Lovely today, hello. What I'm looking for is a 4x6 with some lines to help me journal. We once went to the circus when these big kids were little. We must have had about 8 adults, and not a single one of us had a camera. Now, in those days, yep, we had cameras. We didn't have cell phones, and without any cameras, many photos of these kids. We were just not sure at all how we were going to journal and document our trip to the circus. And that actually turned out to be one of my very favorite pages in that scrapbook because it was all about the story. So when you're working on your memory books, remember that it truly is all about the story. So I can slide this in here and continue filling up the little squares. It's a process, huh? Is this how you work when you scrapbook? Some of these are not the brightest. Not the brightest. I don't mean people. I mean, that is one thing that I will say about my selfie. I need to remember to increase the brightness of the photos sometimes. Now, this is kind of silly. So a lot of these photos aren't great, but let me tell you the memories that go along with this. So this little coop I rescued from a family down the street whose children had outgrown it. And when Hazel first started sitting in it, she tried to climb in the other side. And she tried to climb in backwards and sit where the steering wheel is. So she ended up over and over again that afternoon with her bottom on the ground and her feet totally up in the air. So when I see her sitting in the coop, I always remember trying to teach her how to go in the right way and how much joy that she brings to us, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed at that. Here's Savannah trimming her nails, and I love that we've had such an amazing caregiver for her these months, because I've actually got a couple of photos of Savannah trimming Hazel's nails, and I don't know, I just think that's so sweet to have these memories. The pocket pages let us build albums very quickly. And we have 12 by 12 pocket pages, and we have these 6 by 8 sizes. I'm just looking for this one. When Hattie started this shift in February, Hattie, my daughter, we didn't have a crib for her at our house. So we bought a crib, had it delivered, and then Savannah is the one that actually put it together. So if I wanted to use that background and mat this, I might trim it just a little bit. I don't want to lose Hazel's head at the bottom, but I can trim it just a little bit and then use a mat and put it on like so. You can even do it to one side. I like using these cards because it just lets you do things so quickly. Now I would actually adhere that down. I just wanted to give you some ideas and show you how quickly some of this can actually come together. You know, here's Hazel going through, pulling things out of the cabinet in my mom's bathroom. Let's do this one. See, I need to make sure I have a journaling spot next to this photo because this is me trying to work at a time Savannah wasn't here. So here's my work computer, my iPad. I'm wearing my headset to talk on the phone, and I'm also on my phone. So I'm on the computer listening, doing something on my phone. Hazel has probably a movie on the iPad that she's watching when she's sitting on my lap. So this one little photo tells a huge story about what life is like right now. And life changes quickly, doesn't it? So I might grab something like this and then And then this makes my heart happy, and tell the story here. And then up here, I've got Savannah feeding her a snack, and she loves grapes. So I might put a journaling card here and talk about how much she loves grapes. It's the little things, right? So fast to do this type of memory keeping. And we're not going to send this off with Savannah on Thursday. We're going to ship it to her so that she also has the joy of getting this in the mail. And I'm a little bit emotional about it, honestly. I love looking at these memories, and that's what it's all about. This photo is actually from last Christmas, and we played games on Christmas Day. This is Savannah's sister Mallory, and this is my youngest child, Hardin, and they're playing Googly Eyes, and they're a team. So Mallory's wearing the crazy glasses that are difficult to see through, and then she's going to draw something on this piece of paper, and Hardin has to guess from that what it is that she's trying to draw. So, and that was just such a fun night. So I know it's kind of a short, might actually be a short video today. For some reason I can't see the, can't actually see how long this has been going on, but I'll have to post some photos and show you some more of it when I have it a little farther along. I wanted to be sure that Savannah remembered the sunsets in the country now that she's going to be off in the big city. Early in Savannah's babysitting career, we had this kind of explosion. She came back, and she still came back and helped us out, so that was huge. Anyway, what do you need to know today? Don't forget, ask me about this deal. If you have $100 on your wish list, then please reach out and ask me about this, how you can take advantage of this amazing opportunity, and whether you want to be a discount shopper or you want to have some fun gathering your friends together and inviting them in to do memory keeping, to do card making, whatever it is that you would like to do, I'm here to help you with that. And I love those relationships. Creating those memories is very, very important. The retreat, September 15th. The early bird registration ends tomorrow. So if you are interested in coming, we have 5 spots left. Please join us. We're very excited about that. Look for me to post some more photos of this finished book soon, because I am going to have these photos in pages with some journaling, and I'll invite the family to do some journaling too, for my daughter, my husband, my mom, and my son. These are very special memories that we have before she goes off into the big bad world, before Savannah goes off into the big bad world. My classes this month, I have a Christmas class and a birthday class, all occasions class. The Sprinkles series starts this month. My newsletter will go out tomorrow morning, I hope. Monday, tomorrow, I will have my my holiday catalog pre-order here. Now, I could do a preview if that's something that you would be interested in. So let me know if you'd like to. You can pick up holiday catalogs at the August classes. And I don't know, I so appreciate you being here with me this afternoon, this rainy, stormy afternoon. And we will, I hope to be stamping with you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.